Good day, and today we are going to talk about applying fly spray. Welcome back, and I hope lots of you watch this one because it might be some information in here that'll be useful for you. A lot of people don't watch when I do a part two for some reason. I don't know why, but I mentioned before that I don't script my videos. They're not rehearsed or anything, so as a result, I end up forgetting things. And, well, I watched the last one, and although it actually was one of my better videos, I definitely did leave out a few things, so I'm going to talk about them today, and because I think they'll make your life a little bit easier. That's kind of the whole point of what I do here. And I'm going to start with the bottle, my spray bottle I was using. I said I'm using one that had fly spray in it, and in fact, that is what I'm using, but you don't have to. I don't want anybody thinking they got to find themselves a fly spray bottle, although it adds that element of scent to it that I think is helpful. It's not essential, and if you happen to be one of those people that uses the fly spray that's made from concentrate, you're probably going to have to actually purchase a bottle that you can put the fly spray into. And you can buy these bottles individually with nothing in them that you can put whatever you want in. Now, if you plan on buying fly spray that comes in a spray bottle, well, then you don't want to go out and buy one if you don't have to. So I have a few suggestions for that. The only ones you definitely do not want to use is there's really small ones. I don't know what they use them for, maybe body spray or something, I don't know. But you want one that's of reasonable size so you can hold a fair bit of water in it, which is another thing that I left out I'm going to get to in a minute. Any household cleaning products, window cleaner, anything like that. You wouldn't want to use one of them permanently because those bottles that the window cleaner comes in, they tend to be rather fragile. They eventually crack and start leaking and that sort of thing. And if it's any kind of caustic cleaner like oven cleaner or something, it's especially important that you clean them out really good, rinse the bottle itself out good, and run some clean water through the spray mechanism to get the pump all cleared out. You don't want any of those nasty chemicals in there when you start spraying it around, because if there's a bit of a breeze and it blows back in your eyes, or worse yet, in the horse's eyes, it could be pretty unpleasant, I think. Other thing I didn't mention, so you can use anything you want. You don't think you have to use fly spray bottle. I've done it with just water in a bottle that has never had anything but water in it. I just prefer this if I have the option. I'm in a place where there's enough other people using fly spray. I can usually find one of these pretty easy. If you are in a place that doesn't have very many people, or you happen to have your horse at home with you, chances of finding a used fly spray bottle are going to be a lot slimmer. So anyhow, the other thing you want to make sure you do is you want to make sure the bottle is full when you start. Regardless of what you're using, make sure it's right full, as full as you can get it. You don't want to run out of water part way through, which is another reason you don't want to use one of those little bottles, because if that horse is dancing around and you stop spraying, it learns that you stop spraying if it's dancing around, which is the exact opposite of what you're trying to accomplish. So there's a couple things there. And you'll also notice I was fairly close to the camera when I was spraying this thing around, and I'm not working very good. There we go. It's better. Getting primed up now. Haven't used it for a while. And I wouldn't recommend doing that. Make sure you got lots of room. I knew I could do it with this guy because he's pretty mellow. I've done it with him before, so I knew what I'd get for a reaction. But if you're not sure, if you've never done it before with your horse, make sure you got lots of room, because some horses might have a fit the minute you start squirting that thing, no matter how far away from them it is. And this is where, I was holding the lead fairly loose because I could with him. You might want to actually hang on fairly tight and actually have a fair bit out. You might need to, depending. And this is where I move into the next part here is I didn't really show you. I showed you when you actually start spraying the horse, but some horses will actually start reacting as soon as you start squirting the thing, even if it's nowhere near them. And, I did say that there would be lots of variations, and, with this guy, it went fairly quick. But there can be two extremes. One is you walk up to the horse, start spraying it, and get zero reaction at all right from the beginning. I've had that happen. I've also seen horses where the minute you start squirting that bottle anywhere near them, they have a fit. And you could have either one of those. If you happen to have one of those ones that gets really excited about things, I'm going to show you how to deal with that too. Well, I'm not going to be able to show you very well because he doesn't react, but I'll get you pointed in the right direction. I hope, anyhow. So we'll just move a little further away from the camera. He's busy scratching his foot. Come on, everybody, pay attention. Thank you, sir. Now, I like to, make sure that I have the lead short enough that I can keep the horse close enough to me that I can actually spray him. Now, I don't know how he's going to react this time. Well, a little bit, not much. Very little reaction this time. Oh, it's another point I didn't make. I said it would vary how long it's going to take. And with anything that you're doing in training, you might be, don't think you're going to have it done just in one time. It may take 2, 3, 50, 100 times. Who knows? You could have this done in a couple of minutes. It might take you a few days, few weeks, maybe even hopefully not more than that. Anyhow, like I said, there's lots of variations. But what we're going to do here is I'm just going to show you what to do. If your horse does react the minute you start spraying the thing, as usual, start spraying away from the horse, opposite direction of the horse. So you start spraying the thing. Now, if your horse starts to react at that distance, well, don't try getting any closer. And you might have to let a little lead out. Just keep spraying and go with the horse if it starts moving. Always go with the horse, but keep your distance. Don't try moving in if the horse is getting excited. And when the horse stops getting excited, you stop spraying. Because then it learns that, well, you'll stop spraying if I stand still. But if I'm running around, you're going to keep on spraying. Don't ever have the horse learn that it's going to control your spraying by running around. Because that brings me into another point I didn't mention in the other video, is one of the most common mistakes people make when they're putting fly spray on is they start approaching the horse with the fly spray, and as soon as the horse starts moving, they stop spraying because, oh my goodness, I'm upsetting the horse. Well, that's okay. That's what you want. Otherwise, the horse has learned that if it freaks out, you stop spraying. That's not what you want. You want the horse to stand still when you're spraying. So anyhow, just remember that one. If the horse gets excited, do not stop spraying. Don't, try forcing yourself on the horse and, keep getting closer to it and that sort of thing. But we'll back up a little. If the horse starts getting excited back here, well, then stop right here. Don't get any closer. If you get up to about here before the horse gets excited, well, stop there. Don't try getting any closer. Now, if the horse is moving around a lot, it's going to be hard. You're not going to be able to, control exactly how close you are, but, within reason. Like if the horse gets excited when you're here, well, don't get over there. Stop here. Keep spraying, though, and when the horse stops dancing around, stop spraying. Very simple. Just like you do for actually spraying the horse. Same thing. You get to the point of what the horse can tolerate. When it starts getting a little concerned, don't go any closer until the horse stops being concerned at that point, at which time then you can stop and then start over again a little further away and just work your way in until the horse starts to get a little concerned. At that point, don't get any closer. Wait till the horse calms down and stops moving, then stop spraying. Wait a minute, start over again. Spray away, and each time you do it, you're probably going to get a little closer. And you will find, though, that you're going to have to do this more than once, I can assure you. But that is the basic way you're going to do it is, and eventually you'll get to the point where you'll be right up beside the horse before it gets concerned. Well, you might even be able to spray right on the horse. Well, I'm spraying right on him this time, and he's not moving. You did the very first time, though. But, each time, and this is a couple days apart, and each time he reacts less, and it goes a whole lot quicker. And like anything in training, though, like I said, you might have to, no matter how good the horse gets, how fast it gets good, you may still have to repeat the same process several times. I've already done it a few times with them. Each time he reacted a whole lot less. And, well, you saw this time how little he moved, and now we can spray him already. And this is only the third time I've done it with him. And, with your horse, like I said, every horse is different. How fast you can progress is going to be different depending on the horse. How soon you can actually spray the horse. It may take you a couple days before you can even get close enough to the horse to start putting any on it. I don't know. It all depends on the horse. They're not all the same. So don't think that what you're seeing in my videos is what you're going to get. This particular horse, very different than a lot in a lot of respects. Not very reactive. I'm surprised the fly spray bothered him. And, you know, your horse might not go this quick. I have others that went just as quick as this. Others I could just walk right up to and spray. You know, they're all different. But like I said, you know, it might take you, you know, hours, days, even weeks before you can spray your horse with any degree of success. So just thought I'd show you those things. Again, you know, that's the important one I left out was, you know, not all horses are even good with you spraying away from them. At which point you might actually have to let a fair bit of lead out, hang on tight because you're going to have to go because that horse might take off in a hurry, but don't stop spraying. A lot of, you know, like I said, that's the biggest single mistake people make when they're putting fly spray on. If the horse reacts, they, oh, I don't want to upset him. Well, you know what? He's never going to get any better if you don't. So keep spraying until the horse stops moving, and then stop spraying. And each time you can move in a tiny bit closer until the horse reacts. And when it starts to react, that's the point you stop at. Don't get any closer. Next time you're going to get into about here. Then the next time you're going to get into about here. And, well, who knows? Eventually you're going to be able to spray right beside the horse. And that's the point at which you can start being concerned with trying to actually get it on the horse like this. And as you can see, that's pretty good. That's only his third time with the fly spray. And, you know, but, again, you know, I'll probably do it a few more times. He's gotten really good at it now, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't do it a few more times. There's some things that I'll teach him once, and the next time I ask him, you'd think he'd done it 100 times. And then there's other things we've had to do with him where we've actually had to do it 100 times. As I said, this guy I got completely untrained. So what you're seeing, you know, this is real world stuff. You know, the last video I did, that was actually the second time I'd ever approached him with a fly spray bottle. This is the third time. You're seeing what, you know, real world stuff on a real horse. But again, every horse is different. Don't expect yours to react like that. So anyhow, just thought I'd throw some of that stuff in because I thought it would make your life a whole lot easier because of the variables. You know, if your horse starts reacting, make sure you got lots of room. Don't do like I did and be standing right in front of the camera. You know, make sure the horse has lots of room to run around and react if it wants to. That's not a bad thing. And, well, whatever you do, do not try this in a box stall. That would be a very bad thing because the horse can't move, and it might in turn strike at you or bite you or who knows. Or if it gets excited and dancing around, you might get stepped on or banged into a wall. And don't tie your horse either. That's another mistake I've seen people make, and you can't see them because they're off camera, but there's some tie rings in the wall over there. And not long ago, I actually had to fix one of them because somebody tried to apply fly spray to the horse while it was tied. Horse got a little concerned, pulled, broke the ring, which tells me it pulled pretty hard. That horse was pretty worried. So do not tie your horse when you're doing this whole process. It is always best, no matter what you're doing, to have a lead in your hand. That way the horse, if it's really worried and thinks it needs to move, it can move. But go with it. Don't try stopping it from moving. Just go with it. That's basically how you do just about everything with a horse. Same thing. Start away, get closer till you reach the point that the horse gets concerned. Don't get any closer. And each time you will be able to get a little closer. And eventually you're going to be able to spray your horse. How long is that going to take? You know, I can't say. I don't know your horse. Have a good day.